Hola, mi amigos! Happy Friday! That's right, I added a little bit of extra to this video. Anyway, welcome back to this week's episode of Talking Freight, the weekly freight and transportation management series brought to you by Ceresys, the friendly transportation management company. Why are we friendly? Because we're not just here for technology, we're here for service. Anybody can get a tool, but it's the people who make the difference. And that's why we're the friendly transportation management company. Anyway, so each week we look to bring you tips, thoughts, best practices, and trends around freight and transportation management. And this week, we continue our true expertise here at Ceresys. We're gonna talk more about LTL shipping. And so today we're gonna cover the top 10 common mistakes made by LTL shippers so that you don't have to make them. Less than truckload, or LTL shipping, is one of the most efficient ways to move shipments when you cannot justify the cost of a full truckload. Unfortunately, shippers may be losing money on LTL shipping if they do not know how to maximize efficiency and cost effectiveness for each shipment. Shippers face many challenges and problems in LTL shipping, but knowing where LTL shipping mistakes are likely to occur can help other shippers ensure their freight is delivered according to their expectations and needs. Furthermore, learning to recognize and prevent these LTL shipping mistakes is critical to keeping shipping costs down and fostering productivity. Now, let's talk some common LTL shipping mistakes made by shippers. Number 1, not using a freight broker or 3PL. Freight brokers, such as third-party logistics providers, or 3PLs, are evolving in today's shipping environment. Freight brokers are no longer just one dude in an office with a phone. They are entire systems and programs and networks that work to compare rates tirelessly and negotiate better deals than their predecessors. If a shipper is not ventured into the services of a 3PL or freight broker in today's capacity crunch and multimodal shipping environment, it's possible that shipper might be losing money somewhere. Mistake number 2. Avoiding insurance to cut costs. What happens if a truck overturns at the fault of another driver? Well, the other driver's insurance may cover the initial damage, but passenger car insurance policies are not designed to cover thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in damaged merchandise. Natural disasters, theft, and other problems could destroy an entire shipment. If the cost of insurance seems like a deterrent, think about how much the cost of replacing all your freight could be if you don't get a good enough or sufficient insurance policy. Mistake number 3, using delivery schedules as guarantees. Unless expressly identified as a delivery guarantee, a delivery schedule is subject to change. And in today's capacity crunch, that's likely to happen. Shippers should not be tricked into seeing an estimated delivery as an absolute factor. If freight needs to be somewhere by a specific date or time, an appropriate service level with a stated guarantee is the only solution to ensure the needs of the shipper and end user, the customer, are met. Mistake number 4. Not using pallets. Palletizing orders takes time. We get it. But leaving a loose stack of shipments on the back of an LTL truck is asking for disaster. If LTL shipping is sending several small items, they should be attached. As the size of the freight grows, a pallet should always be used. This helps to keep packages from flying freely in the back of a van, increasing the risk of damage and lost packages. Mistake number 5, not validating addressee information at the time of shipping. Shippers need to confirm addressee information before ever scheduling a shipment. Incorrect data can quickly add up to a substantial cost if the information is incorrect. Furthermore, customers may be unreachable to verify address information, so shippers need to be proactive about verifying addressee information. If it seems erroneous, consider the difference between Washington State and Washington, D.C. Took me till about 6th grade before I nailed that one. Mistake number 6, picking the wrong service. Your customers have many preferences for shipping, but your company's preferences, they could vary. Many customers will leave it up to you to select the appropriate service, but you need to make sure the service will meet the expectations of your customers. Ultimately, try to find out how quickly your customers need a product delivered and use the information to select the best service level, considering the difference between estimated and guaranteed delivery, as we said earlier. Mistake number 7, estimating weights and sizes. Incorrectly estimating the weights and size of a shipment is likely the most common error made by shippers. In some cases, shippers may be using data from customers to make shipping calculations, but the carrier may re-rate and reclassify shipments after leaving your facility. As a result, all shippers need to weigh and obtain the dimensions of all shipments. This helps to eliminate errors before they occur, which will save time and money for all parties. Moreover, this reduces the amount of time needed to correct billing problems during audits as well. Mistake number 8, avoiding ground transit. Some carriers may feel ground transit is generally slow. In truth, air transit does move a package between airports faster, but that does not mean the package will have been delivered sooner. The plane has to await confirmation from air traffic controllers, land, and follows detailed procedures for unloading. Also, the packages may need to be sorted further, rerouted, and reloaded to get to a final destination. In the end, the air shipment may take longer to arrive than sending packages by ground. Shippers should always consider all modes of transportation before making a selection. Mistake number 9, not comparing carriers. Carriers have different rates and standards for calculating shipping charges. This is particularly the case with dimensional pricing. Shippers need to compare the cost of using different carriers for a shipment. This helps shippers get the best rate and avoid overspending when a possible cheaper solution was available. And mistake number 10, forgetting about packages once shipped. Shippers who send it and forget it are shippers that trust a carrier and customers. While this sounds like a utopian ideal of altruistic trust, it falls apart when a customer calls with complaints and refund requests. There's a little thing called reality. Shippers should monitor the status of all sent shipments to ensure appropriate, timely delivery. This can be a critical step in reducing the amount of time needed to audit shipments for attentiveness, all the way to delivery guarantees. A smart shipper, and that's you folks, is a shipper who knows how to get the most benefit with the least amount of expenditure. By knowing what LTL shipping mistakes he or she may make, a shipper can learn to avoid these problems, do the right thing by the carrier, and keep prices competitive for the customer. LTL and small package shipping are only going to increase in volumes, and all shippers need to know how to avoid these LTL shipping mistakes before expansion turns a mistake into a bankruptcy-charged catastrophe. That's pretty dramatic. But anyway, that's it for this week's Talking Freight. Thanks for joining us for another episode. We really appreciate you tuning in and being a member of Team Cerasis. We want more team members, so if you are watching this video or this channel for the first time, we put out a Talking Freight each week with good, juicy nuggets of logistics information. So if you want to join Team Cerasis, hit that subscribe button. Once you subscribe, hit the bell. That way you either get an email or a notification on your YouTube app that we've published a new Talking Freight each Friday. Got any questions you might have about LTL shipping that we can answer? Leave that question here in the comments below on this video, and we'll come back in and we'll answer them right away. And would you like to join us in other places where we share great industry information, including our award-winning blog articles and white papers? Then you can easily go to our social media channels here, follow us there, and you'll start seeing great information in your social media feeds. Don't like subscribing on YouTube and getting notifications? Not a fan of social media, but you do like good logistics and transportation content? We can email you too, just as easy as that. Go to cerasis.com, scroll down the page a little bit, and once you do, you'll see a little box come up from the bottom of the screen where you can put in your email address and hit subscribe, and we'll make sure we get you all of our great content whenever we publish. Thanks again for joining us. We like to have you here each week, and we thank you for viewing. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week on another episode of Talking Freight.